What's up, you guys? Welcome to part 3 of our tour vlog series. I'm gonna be taking you guys to our 3 shows in China. We played in Shanghai, Nanjing, and Beijing, which were, well, for all of us, I think was just an incredibly cool experience. So we flew out of Brisbane. We had a very long queue. It was super busy, and we were all super tired from all the shows in Australia, because as you heard in the vlog before, the traveling was just crazy there. But yeah, we got on the flight. The flight was just over 10 hours, I think. In the actual airplane, I remember watching the Tom and Jerry movie for the first time. For those of you who don't know, I love Tom and Jerry. They actually had a great selection of movies on the plane, so that's pretty awesome. And yeah, we landed. It was probably like maybe 6 p.m., something like that. So we were all very excited to get out the plane after the 10 hours, obviously. So after getting out of the airport, we get picked up by our 2 tour managers. They were lovely, and they brought us to our first hotel. After checking in the hotel, we all went to go get some bubble tea and kind of walk around a little bit before heading off to bed, because we were all very tired, obviously. So yeah, first thing we noticed about Shanghai was how quiet it was. All the cars there are electric, which is super cool. You don't smell any petrol. You don't hear the cars basically at all. And such a big change compared to Australia. So after a good night's rest, there we go. We were gonna go into Shanghai to check it out, and we had about, well, I think we woke up at like 10 o'clock. We got out, and then we had to like get in at like 4 because we were the only band on. So we had basically the whole day to check out Shanghai, and I was blown away. It was so cool. There were these huge like Nike and Adidas stores that we went into, and these like awesome food market that I'll put right here, as you can see while we're just scrolling by. All these colorful colors and all this amazing food, and I was just like, whoops. And I was just like, damn, this is probably one of the sickest countries I've ever been to. We also managed to get to the viewpoint where you could see the whole skyline of Shanghai, which was really awesome as well. Right about at that point, we did start having to leave. So we took an Uber back to the hotel, and we had to get all of our stuff and make sure that we were at the venue on time for sound check. After sound check, we did also again just have some time to hang out. I think we had maybe an hour and a half. We did have a long sound check because we had to add some songs to our set list, and we had to practice them really quickly. So we ran through the set list, I think once or twice even, 45-50 minutes. And that's why we only had an hour and a half to kill before we played.
Let's do this.
That's it. Let's do this. I like how his one knuckle was as big as both of ours together, like that.
Yeah.
Show went amazing. For me as a drummer, I really had to get adjusted to playing on different house kits for these 3 shows. But I managed to figure it out and get it working, so I was very happy with that, because otherwise the shows would be a bomb.
Oh, you are all left.
After the show, we had a signing session, which was so cool just to meet everybody there and talk to them, because just realizing the fact that you have people who know your band all the way across the world is just like such a weird feeling. I think all of us can say that that was one of the coolest things ever. After the show, we went for a quick drink at the Shanghai Metal Bar, which was super awesome. They were super nice. I had some cocktail. I don't remember what it was called, but it was very, very good. And after that, we went to sleep, because the next day we had to take the bullet train to Nanjing. It was really cool getting into this sort of airport for the bullet train. It kind of did feel like an airport with the check-in and everything, and they had this huge hall where you could get snacks or electronic devices or whatever you really wanted. I thought it was really cool. We were all starving at that point, so we managed to get some food. And what's really cool about the food, the little food spots in China, is it is actually fast food. Like literally, I looked at the menu. I was like, I'd like that bucket of, I think it was fried chicken, and they just handed it to me. And I was like, what?
What?
Usually it'd have like a wait time. Even in fast food restaurants, it takes maybe 2, 3, you know, maybe 5 minutes, whatever. It takes a little bit. These people turned around and handed me a bucket of fried chicken, and it was amazing. It wasn't like stale, like it was standing there for a month on end or anything like that at all. It was just like, okay, that's sick. Thank you. Best fried chicken I've ever had, I won't even lie. So yeah, we hopped on the bullet train. Bullet train was really cool. We were going about like 300 kilometers per hour. I personally was expecting to feel more like I'm going fast, you know what I mean? I was expecting to feel like you're in an airplane, so you kind of shoot off, but it's so smooth. You don't even really feel like you're in a train at all. The bullet train took about 3 to 4 hours, I think, from Shanghai to Nanjing, which wasn't too long, luckily. So when we got there, we got picked up and brought to the venue. The venue was like a dome type thing up on the top, but we were playing in the basement, if I remember correctly. So we had to kind of walk down into the parking lot and go through a door. Once we got there, we just had to sound check, get everything done as quickly as possible. And then we went to go explore, and we just saw the most amazing views. Like it was just crazy, the cool lights, like it just had such a vibe to it, which was amazing before the show because it put us in the right mindset. And yeah, fast forward to the show. Did the same thing. We had a signing session right afterwards. The show went great. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, just once again a great show. After the show, we went back to the hotel, got a short night's sleep. Elmer and I woke up early to go to the buffet, and what's really awesome about Asia, in my opinion, is that breakfast is the same as dinner. You can get noodles, fried rice, eggs, whatever. So we were really happy because we are big guys and we want to eat as much as we can, especially on tour, because there's not always the option to be eating a lot, especially on that tour, because we were moving from A to B, from C to D, wherever super quickly. So it was a little bit difficult to stay to have a full stomach, basically. And yeah, we then went to go grab the bullet train to Nanjing, which is just outside of Beijing, which is where we played our show. And this one was a little bit longer. I think this was like maybe a 5-hour or 6-hour bullet train. This one definitely this one definitely felt longer than the other one. So we were glad when we were able to get off, unload the gear out of the train, which was already quite a big challenge, trying to get all the gear into the train and then getting it out of the train, because we had quite a bit with us. Obviously we didn't have a whole drum kit with us. That would have probably been a lot worse. But yeah, we had it's a squeaky chair. So we got all of the gear into our lift to the venue. We arrived at the venue. I'm very happy that the weather was so nice in China. Very nice, actually. So yeah, I hung out outside for a little bit. We checked into the hotel, then we went to go get some hot pot. What's this?
Do you know, I take a shot?
I need to smell that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mala.
Yeah. So
I'm personally not a big fan of hot pot. Just the same way in Dutch we have something called gourmette. You have to make your own food. I like to just have my food ready, you know what I mean? I don't want to be doing no cooking for myself, if I'm at a restaurant at least. But everyone, for the rest, really loved it. I did like the taste. I tried some new stuff. There was some cow stomach and stuff like that on table as well. So it was an interesting food experience for sure. After that, we got to the venue, did the sound check, as you can see here. And this was the craziest show ever, man. This was so sick to see everybody go this crazy and just like like I felt like the room exploded. And what's really cool and what I noticed is very different about a Chinese crowd versus a European crowd is that the Chinese crowd, as soon as the song is done playing, everyone's silent. And you're there like, did they not enjoy that? But then as soon as the next song starts, they're going ham again. So I just thought that was a really cool little difference that you see in crowds in Europe, for example, versus over in China. That show ended our 3-day Chinese run. Super awesome. I thought it was one of the sickest experiences I've ever had in my life. Just like, even though it was so short, experiencing China and meeting Chinese people, you know, realizing the fact that people know of your band there is just, it's insane and super humbling. And yeah, so we headed to the airport to fly to Tokyo, and our last part of our 4-part series diary tour vlog thing will be brought to you by Elmer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah,